Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Meena. And today we have a lot of interesting news lined up for you, and especially with the fact that the Ambani pre-wedding festivities, as you know, just got over. And very interestingly, friends, that all these three Khans, they danced on stage and at the behest because they were paid so many crores and crores of money, but ultimately they showed that they are just only entertainers, right, who are paid, right? They are not any special people in India, right? They think that Kareena Kapoor said that the public, if the public does not want to watch our films, then they can go to hell or whatever, right? So now they were shown their rightful place by the Ambanis. Point number two is Anand Ambani spoke to SRK on the stage, and he said that he believes in Lord Sri Ram and also Bhagwan Sri Ram. And SRK chanted Jai Sri Ram, right? So you can see the power of money, right? It has immense power in India, right? Unfortunately or fortunately or whatever you can say, right? If these so-called secular Bollywood people made so much of fun of Sanatan Dharma in their films, and they made fun of our festivals. They told us how we should celebrate our festivals, right? They told that all this there should not be any sound pollution during Diwali, and all their their gyan they gave on social media. But now, very interestingly, friends, SRK, as all of you know, he has time and time again made fun of South Indian people, right? Through his films like Chennai Express. In Chennai Express, he has made fun of South Indian people, right? Through lungi dance, right? So, are you saying that a person wearing a lungi in South India, he should be made fun of? Is that the way, is that what SRK is trying to portray or convey, right? So now, very interestingly, during this pre-wedding festivities, SRK and all the other two Khans, they danced to Natu Natu, which is a song of the Oscar-winning film RRR, in which Ram Charan is the leading actor, and Alia Bhatt was given just a 2 or 3 second role in that. And apparently, SRK was on stage with a mic, and he seemingly mimicked the Tamil or Telugu language, and he spoke some gibberish, and he could be heard saying idli. And this was seen disrespectful by Hassan, prompted her to leave the event. She was a makeup artist called Ziba Hassan, and she just left the event. I walked out after this so disrespectful towards a star like Ram Charan, she wrote. So, this, I mean, what does this say, right? That you have this Ram Charan, who is a big Telugu actor in South Indian film industry, and it is his film which won the Oscar, right? And it's clearly quite evident that SRK is a bit jealous of the South Indian film actors and their stardom. He begged Mani Ratnam for a role in his film, as all of you remember. So just connect the dots, right? I mean, you can see how the Khans, they are somehow trying to make themselves relevant in this year because they don't have a single film in this particular year of 2024. And how do they remain relevant in the news? By creating some sort of controversy.
Yeah, and
Yes,
not only
yes.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
and not only that, see, uh, who did they bring? See, that itself shows their racial, taste. Because why do you need a foreigner to make your program interesting? And that too, a woman who has not been seen in the pop scene for 7 years. Okay, so you're bringing a fossilized Rihanna to the show, and many people in the show said that she didn't do much. She just nodded her head, and she did a very sloppy dance and song, and she just finished that. So for 74 crores, that was her effort. Okay. At the same time, when Neeta Ambani came in with the traditional dancers, okay, they would have been paid not even 1/4 of the cost of whatever she paid all the Shah Rukh Khan and all that. And that dance was the best. I'm not talking about Neeta Ambani because Neeta Ambani is quite old. I'm talking about the dancers who accompanied her, you know. So they were graceful. But then they don't want that. They want all these silly naku naku songs, you know. And then if you have Salman Khan and Shah Rukh Khan dancing, first of all, as many people say that Salman Khan did not dance. He can't dance with his figure now. He can just, kick a leg. That's it. He can't dance. So these are the problems that they're facing now. And it has been shown amply in this, event that these people are all lazy people. You look at the way Akshay Kumar was jumping around like a monkey, showing his gums, you know. And Newbie says, but Lungi Idli Sambar has always been acceptable Bollywood humor. They still don't realize that South Indian industries make better cinema and are better appreciated. Also, Ram Charan is Telugu speaking, absolutely. And uh, Sudhir says, actually, in Chennai Express movie, SRK made fun of Tamil people by showing some unkempt people eating idli voraciously. And then see, look at what Anj says. SRK can only insult people. I still remember the lady that gave him a
Yes.
lesson in KBC.
At,
Why do they
at that
fall in
at
love
that
with
particular
Hindu girls?
place,
Yes.
sorry, I would like to take that comment of Anj.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Anj, at that period of time, no one was aware of what's really going on in Bollywood, and most of the people were against this particular lady, and they were supporting SRK. But now one will be thinking, oh, we should have supported that particular lady. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's just take a few more comments. Sudhi says, Jayadevji, money has power. Anywhere across the world, look how the shameless Rihanna came to dance for a few hours just because Ambani threw 74 crores on her face. Now, here, Sudhi, there's a lot of things involved in this because this Rihanna does not seem to be, there seems to be something very dicey here. She comes with those huge packages, big boxes. What were in those boxes? Because all she wore was a flimsy dress, which also tore, so there was an oops moment there as well. What did she bring with her? She didn't, I'm sure, bring American elephants in that, you know. So what was in those big bags, and did they get checked at all? Because knowing Rihanna's reputation as a toolkit, you can imagine that she could bring anything from there. And were they checked at all? So these are questions that are doing the rounds.
Yeah, so one has to wonder, right? Now, what does the toolkit, what does the Khalistanis think of Rihanna performing at the Ambani pre-wedding festivity, right? So there's no message from any of the Khalistani supporters in Canada or the farmers or the so-called farmers in India about Rihanna's performance at the Ambani event, because Rahul Gandhi has been, supporting the farmers' protest, and he has always been saying Ambani, Adani, and everything. But
And
interestingly enough, he has not questioned Rihanna's performance at the Ambani event.
yeah, and you remember how Shah Rukh Khan made fun of SSR, saying that, see, from where does he come? Is it a country or Rajput? Is that a country or what is it? What is your real name? So he mocked Sushant Singh Rajput as well. Now, friends, yesterday I was talking about, how I did this painting of Lord Rama, and how, without realizing it, just like a miracle, it just kept changing features till I came to the final part. And then I was really surprised. So I really want to show the people who have not seen it, these pictures. So Janika, do you think you can pull that out?
Yeah, just hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. That's exactly what I was talking about then, Mai. And you know how humble SSR was. He never made fun of anybody. He was an intellectual, a Shiva Bhakt. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll see, friends, that this is how the painting started off with. And then there's actually one more image before this. And it started off with that. And then it moved on to different colors, and the features started changing. And finally, it was this picture that emerged. And now you know what is the message that the painting is giving to all of us. Now, it was sent to the Prime Minister of India as a tribute to, the temple in Ayodhya, Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. And uh, look at the way it's changed shape, which means that in our minds, 24 hours, we are only thinking of this man who sacrificed himself, and he never bothered about others. Can you imagine? Do you think, Jaydev, you can make this image only a little bigger? The
Which
final
one?
one? The final one. Yeah, just lift it. Yes. Yeah. So you see how the image has completely changed to resemble Sushant Singh Rajput. Many of you have given your comments. I'm very grateful for you for sharing your thoughts on it. But the main purpose is that what I wanted to convey is that he is behind us. He is a force that is behind us and telling us that, see, even if there is no one on earth, who's going to fight for him, it is the SSRians, who will continue to fight, since we've been doing it for the last 4 years, and get him justice. So this is a strong belief in my mind. I'm sure many of you will believe in it. And of course, I really don't care about the skeptics who will say that, see, it's something, it's a figment of our imagination. Definitely not, because I've done so many paintings and it has never changed like this. They've always said that, see, when you bring a stone image into a temple, and you do pran pratishta, then God enters that deity. So this is what my guru also said. Meena, the moment you do any paintings on any of the gods, that particular god enters the image. Okay, so now we were doing Lord Rama, but see how the image has changed. So is Lord Rama himself giving a message that, see, you guys need to continue to fight, So this is something I found very, very, it gave me goosebumps, And when I asked, Jaydev and my husband that, see, do you see, some resemblance? So they said they were shocked, because earlier the painting was totally different, So this is something I wanted to share with you, friends.
Yeah. So
Thank
I
you,
would like
Renu.
to. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, it's a miracle. Yes, absolutely, Purna. And it gives me such a good feeling. Yes, ma'am, what transformation. He looks exactly like SSR. His eyes seem real. He was a pious man, and your selfless exemplary male. Sri Ram bless you and your family.
Thank you,
Yes, I
Vishal.
meant, yes, yes. So here, friends, one thing is for sure, our work will never go waste. That is something I would like to tell all of you, because this force of SSRians from all over the world have united and shaken up the mere portals of Bollywood. Today, Bollywood has understood that they are nothing without people power. They have realized that nobody is going to the theater to watch their stupid nonsense, because SSR has exposed them completely. So you can imagine, it is you, the people. It is the strength of a united force that has made the Bollywood fraternity paupers. Now, if they're going and dancing, see, for example, yesterday, I told you how much crores SRK and Salman are making, by performing like nachanyas, at weddings. They're making crores on that because they don't have movies now. You see, so this is an alternate. Luckily, they have some alternate, profession they can do, and that is dance at these, functions, private functions.
Welcome,
Welcome,
Sujata. Welcome,
Sujata.
Lisa.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
picture is
So
also very good.
one more
Thank you.
interesting point to note is that even after 3.5 years, the SSR movement is still as strong as ever, right? In spite of Bollywood's best efforts to whitewash each and every person involved in this case, like Riya Chakravarti and many others, the movement, the people have not forgotten about SSR even now, And the funniest thing is that people like Beer Biceps Ranveer, he has interviewed Shweta Singh Kirti because he very well knows that, for his channel also, that he needs to interview
Yes.
Shweta Singh Kirti, because he knows that SSR movement is huge, right? Even though he interviews many Bollywood actors in his podcast, he knows where the power is, right? And he is indirectly admitting the power of SSR movement is Beer Biceps, even though he is one of the biggest YouTube channels in India. So this is another proof that SSR movement is still strong, and that SSR is not an ordinary human being. There was no way that SSR was a normal human being. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So moving on to a very interesting interview that is done by by the interviewing the director Abhishek Kapoor. So this director says that Sushant Singh Rajput was overweight during Kaipochi, and he had worked with him in that movie and Kedarnath. Now he says he recently opened up about the star SSR in an interview speaking to Siddharth. He said he talked about his bond with the late actor who made his Bollywood debut with the filmmakers Kai Poche. I remember Sushant being very overweight when we auditioned him, and my condition to him was that I showed him a picture of an American actor and I said, "You got to look like this because you are a cricketer." He wouldn't say much. He was not a man of too many words. But in 3 months, he worked so hard that he would be there at 6 o'clock in the morning for cricket practice, the gym training, and by the end of it, he looked like it. When asked how Abhishek Kapoor, who tends to not repeat actors, came to work with Sushant Singh Rajput in Kedarnath, he said that he had offered Sushant Singh Rajput another film, Titur, as well, but it did not work out. Explaining further, he said, I remember after Kai Poche, Sushant was probably one of the most sought after actors in the business. Every filmmaker was considering him at that time. They loved him in the film. And Sushant's character dies in the film, and he's a cricketing guy. So a lot of attention went towards him. Adding that Rajkumar Rao and Amit Saad, who also featured in Kai Poche, are also powerhouse performers. He said, I had a connection with Sushant. I wanted to cast him in Kedarnath. I thought he was just right. Speaking about his spiritual journey, Abhishek said, when I went for the first recce, I went with him and Sara Ali Khan. I remember the beginning, he's a man of science. He was not as spiritually into it as he was by the time the film was over. In the beginning, he was not sure. He'd also gone to the facility where they are experimenting on the God particle in Switzerland. There, they have a huge sculpture of Shiva. Spirituality finds you at the right time. It found him when we were making the film. In a science place like that, he experienced the presence of Shiva there and connected the dots. We both discovered the power of Shivaji while making this film, and he just got deeper and deeper into it. While talking about Kedarnath, he said he was working with Sushant Singh after a gap of 7 years. He mentioned there was a slight change in him as an individual, but he worked so hard. In that movie, Sarah's first day of the shoot, and even the first day of Sushant's shoot, we were shooting a rain sequence up there in Kedarnath. It was so cold. It must have been 1 or 2 degrees in the night. All night they were drenched in the rain. He led the way. He did it first. Sarah saw him doing it, and she also realized that, okay, if this man can do it, I'll also do it. That's what drove her to do it. If I'd taken him out of the equation and expect someone else to go through that kind of pain for that shot, I don't think anybody would be able to do it, independent of the example that he set. Adding that Sushant Singh Rajput was a bit disturbed in those days. He said he was a bit disturbed in those days. There were a lot of articles about him which were very unpleasant. I know Sushant. I know Sushant, he was a very strong guy mentally and physically. He would take on anything. He was a great guy. I do remember that there were many articles about him, and he was just braving the storm. And I think he was finding himself to be very isolated and quite helpless. He was drifting away in those days. About the aftermath of Sushant Singh Rajput's death, Abhishek Kapoor said that the issues with the industry that were highlighted needs to be discussed. He expressed, it was very sad what happened. It just needed to be addressed. And I'm glad it got addressed. Just the prevailing scenario and the unabashed manipulation that was going on in the industry through so many forces. And I think there has been some change that has come after the passing. So this is the first man who's actually talking about what has happened in Bollywood after SSR died. So it's a very welcoming thing to hear his point of view and the fact. See, one thing I really liked is that he says that when during the process of the movie of Kedarnath, he became a Shiv Bhakt, like all of us. See, earlier I was not a very religious person, but there came a point, when I also became turned towards Lord Shiva. After that, I have changed completely as a person. Earlier, I for small things I used to lose my temper, but ever since I've become a Shiv Bhakt, my character has changed completely. I become very, I feel, and of course, these are things that others should be saying about me, but I feel somewhere, a kindness has come within me, which makes me want to do good things. So these are the changes that Lord Shiva brings within you, and you can see the kind of changes, immense changes that Sushant, underwent in this process. Abhishek Kapoor is a cousin of Ekta Kapoor. Very interesting comments from all of you. I feel beer by sips is, yes, absolutely, because see, you remember he even goes for that Siddiqui's, Baba Siddiqui's, Eid, or what do you call that? What is that, Jaydev?
Iftar,
Ramzan.
iftar,
Yeah, iftar.
iftar.
Yes, yes, iftar parties. So, and he also interviews all the people that we consider are rather shady. So, I hope you've taken the other comments, Jaydev.
Welcome,
Welcome, Vidya.
Vidyaji.
Article 370 movie is on its way to reach rupees 60 crore collection. Yes, this is very important. Another thing that, when since we're talking about Lord Shiva, and also the way Sushant Singh has come into the portrait of Lord Rama, you will be shocked, friends, when I opened the TV today to see A Raja, the one who should have been jailed, and been thrashed for the kind of scams that they have done, he and Kanyamohi, he is the one who was abusing Lord Rama, in a speech to the public. He was saying, what do these people think? Who is Lord Rama? What is Ramayana? It is all nothing. He was abusing the whole Ramayana, and even he was saying that the people who say Jai Shri Ram are idiots. I don't know what sort of destiny waits this fool, and what he is actually in for. Because when if you look at the truth, friends, Lord Rama has always been, embroiled in controversy. Even when he safely brought Sita back from Lanka, into Ayodhya, people were not happy. They wanted to test Sita's chastity, right? So even there, he had to undergo a test. Now, even after years, so many years after his, passing away, the temple had to, undergo so much of, challenges. And finally, when the temple has been built with such splendor, and with so much of blessings of everybody, money, donation, everything, some people have a problem with Lord Rama even now. Isn't it amazing? And again, see, it's purely just like you say in the Mahabharata, the fight between Dharma and Adharma. It will continue for many ages more, even after we die, because good and evil exist side by side. Yeah, back to you, Jimmy. Welcome, Divya, Shweta.
Welcome.
Did you watch the teaser of Bastar? It's very. No, I've not seen that. And okay, while on that, friends, I want to tell you also one more thing. Please do not watch the movie by Sandeep Singh, okay, which has Huda in it, Randeep Huda in it. I don't know where is Anita. Yeah, yeah. Hi, ma'am. Hi, sir. This man Buddha now talking about Sushant during Kaipoche. He was elevating Raj instead of Sushant. Used his Pavitra fame, made movie, ignored him most. Okay, so now he has changed completely. So that's what you're trying to say. Yes, could be a stylish boy. So that could be also one of the reasons. Bollywood can't reach Telugu film industry in their lifetime. Hence the jealousy. Imagine RRR with SRK and Amir Khan. SRK insulting Ram Charan, what's the point of being on top 30 powerful Indians when you can't respect fellow actors who also comes from a respectful Telugu film industry? See, here, Ajay, I want to also tell you something. See, there is a scene where, these people, the Ambanis are reaching out to the common middle class people, and she meets some people in the garden, some women, and those women are so happy to see her that they try to catch her hand. And she actually pushes it away. That's see, what does she expect? Does she expect germs to be transferred? So this attitude has to change. Otherwise, people are not going to accept you, even if you try to make Jamnagar a heaven. Manya, is it true that the Canadian Kumar and Kangana are going to get tickets from BJP for elections? If this is going to be done, then I think that Sushant will never be given chance even by BJP. In fact, Manya, see, you will see a lot of these BJP people had gone for this pre-wedding function, and I saw, Smriti Irani rushing. She was there in the party and wearing the most expensive sari and everything. And I also saw her rushing back to the airport. So God alone knows why she rushed back. Was it to not be noticed by the press? We really don't know. So these people are playing hide and seek, and we really don't know what is going to be the status, whether Akshay and Kangana will be taken by the political forces. It's very sad one mocks Sanatana Dharma is marked as freedom of speech and expression, but Nupu Sharma is getting, yes, absolutely. Can we take some more comments, Janet? Thank you, Meena ma'am. Friends is only arrogant, yes. Vishali, I feel Radhika Merchant was given the speech which started with Neeta, ends with Neeta, and goes on with Neeta. Yes, actually, there is some kind of an obsession with Neeta. Even the fact that I found that quite strange that Neeta Ambani comes from within, the temple that has Devi, Parvati Devi, or Durga Devi, because that is a place where only the our priests go in, our pujaris go in. So she comes dancing from there. So I found that rather strange itself. So here also your point is noted, Vishali. How rude of her and impolite. Yes. SRK, Amir, and Salman are full of themselves. Will have to pay sooner or later. Chappals were thrown at Akshay. I doubt BJP is stupid. Madam, I feel the reason why many Tamil people don't like Lord Ram is because they feel killing of Ravan was unjust as well as his portrayal as a Rakshas. See here also, Sudhi, let me tell you something. These things have been distorted in our through our books. What has happened is that Ravan was actually a Brahmin from Noida, and he was a Shiva Bhakt. He never was a bad man. Okay, he became the emperor of Lanka, and he ruled very, very. He was an able king. Now it is written that for him to get, because he used to constantly pray to Lord Shiva. He wanted to get moksha, liberty, and that is so. When we prayed and prayed and prayed, he was said that, see, the only person who can give you moksha is Lord Rama. If Lord Rama kills you, you will get it. So this whole thing to abduct Sita and bring her there, to Lanka was all a ploy. Remember, he never even touched her. That was another part. You see, he was not a lecherous man. So these are things we all know. Of course, it has been distorted by a lot of people in the north who see him only as a Rakshas. But the fact is that who is Lord Ram? Lord Ram is an avatar, and only under him can he get mukti. So this the Tamilians have forgotten. So whatever this A Raja says can be thrown into the dustbin.
Yeah, so one very important thing to note is even during the time of Mahabharat or Ramayana, the so-called villains in these two stories, be it Ravana or be it Duryodhan, they still had some qualities, right? Unlike the people of today in Kali Yuga, where there is no qualities at all, right? They sell their souls for just a small handful of money, right? They sell their, family members. They sell themselves, and they don't have any values. And that is how the present Kali Yuga is, right? So we cannot compare it to the old yugas. Yes.
Dhanashri says makes a very important comment. Actually, DMK is the reason why most of the Tamils hate Brahmins and Bhagwan Sri Ram. And Mrinalini also says something very relevant. Most of the South Indians have surnames of Sri Ram, Ramaswamy, Ramachandran, Ram Murthy, Sita Raman. Yes, absolutely. And Nina makes a very interesting comment. She says, Minaji, only Ambanis could make all the Khans dance together. Looks very strange. Absolutely. And Vidya says, no, please note only DMK are atheists. Yes. Yeah. Back to you.
Yeah. So now coming to very interestingly, Kangana Ranaut, and she said that she does not believe in dancing for any weddings, and she resists the temptation of getting money for performing in these wedding events. And she said that it's such a shame that these Bollywood people danced at the Ambani pre-wedding festivities, and just for some, and they should have some dignity and character. So now Kangana Ranaut also stated that, if you remember, that Anand Ambani, this is what she said, that Anand Ambani does not hang out with much with the Bollywood mafia, and he seems rooted. So these are two comments. So Kangana Ranaut again, she changes her stance every now and then, and whenever it suits her. Now she is bashing Bollywood. Before she was siding with Ekta Kapoor, because Ekta Kapoor gave her lockup series, which and that was not a huge hit, and also her last film was also not a huge hit. So now she's back to bashing Bollywood because no one is giving her films
In fact,
or
Cherry, I'm
giving
just
her.
going back to that image which you showed. See here, you will see how cheaply Karishma Kapoor is dancing with this singer, just like a, what you call
Diljit.
pin-up girl or item girl. What a silly dance it was, absolutely abhorring. And here I just found a very interesting comment from Minal Shah. See, at times I feel law is only for common people. People with power and muscles are protected. Wrong messages to society and youth. Also, Minal, you made a very, very important point. So here I'd just like to elaborate a little bit more. When these, as you said, these people who have power and muscles, when you praise them or you act like their lapdog, okay, you will also get promoted in the process. You try to criticize them and you will be thrown out and ripped by the wolves. That is how it is. What are your views about SSK's recent podcast with
Shweta
Reddy?
Singh Kirti's
I find it,
podcast.
yes, without doubt.
I mean,
I have no doubt.
my question is: will Ranveer Alabadia will
Yeah.
he interview Rabia Khan on his podcast? That is a big question.
Yeah. Ma'am, next will be welcome. Yes. Uh, Joker's popularity is declined, but Ambani's and BJP is trying to popularize them, giving them awards and invitations to their wedding. Anyway, people are not going to accept them. See, what I found, see, of course, see, let us not only look at the ugly format of all what happened at the event, but there were also points of humor. See, for example, when how some families travel in trains, they usually take up the whole bogie because they've got everybody, uncle, chacha, chachi, everybody, So that's how exactly, the Taimur Khandan traveled, you know. I was just waiting for when is the entourage going to stop? First came Saif. He came with Taimur. Then Karina came with the other child. And then came Karishma. And then came this girl, Sara Ali Khan, and her brother. And then I said, oh, now it's over. Then they had this 4 or 5 ayahs, all dressed to the hilt, coming. And I think one bus would have been quite not even enough for the Taimur Khandan. Similarly, you look at the Bachchans. Thali Wali Mami was in full glow. Now she came, her husband Lambuji came, and then the person who has gone away from the family also came, her Bahu, and now suddenly they have done something to that granddaughter, Aishwarya's daughter, that she looks totally different, and we could not recognize her. And so, if she was not sitting with the parents, we would have not known her. So she was there, then Abhishek was there, then the other girl, the granddaughter was there, that is Shweta, and Shweta's daughter was there, her son was there. Again, another bus for these people. Now, here also, you remember, there was a hierarchy. The Rolls Royce was only given to certain people. Rolls Royce was given to certain people like the foreigners who came, all the Gates couple and all the other couples, Zuckerberg and all, Mark Zuckerberg and all, and also for Ranbir and Alia. While the bus was given to all these people, and to show them it's okay, Ambani also would have got into one bus. So that's how the hierarchy also worked. Jaidev sir, absolutely right. He's putting his words suicide in Shweta's mouth. He wants Shweta to say, okay. So that's very, very, yes, very, very strange. That is their future. Yeah. Aja, yes. So let's take a few more comments. Yes. Ambani wants a Volvo bus, but for some celebs.
Ambani
sent a Volvo bus for some celebs and made them look relatable. Otherwise, these celebs don't wave properly to paparazzi, pull up their car windows when they see anyone approaching them. Yes, absolutely.
I mean, the funny part was in that particular Volvo bus, all these Bollywood celebrities were in the same bus, be it Ranbir Kapoor or when they come in big cars in front of the media.
Yeah.
When it is an Ambani's event, look what they have been reduced to, right?
Yeah.
That they
and
all
time,
have to, yeah.
And this time, Rekha was banished. So she was not there because last time she irritated the Mama badly, Mama Ambani very badly, by telling her to pose with her. So from this event, I think Rekha has been banned from this event. And of course, a lot of the other people were not invited. So I think they must be the ones who did not please the Ambanis. So they were not in the list.
Yeah. So I didn't notice a few others as well. Mr. Narayan Murthy, I doubt whether he was invited or not.
He was present, yes.
He was
present, but we didn't see him. Then there was Praful Patel. Then there were a lot of the congresses, that is Praful Patel and that Shinde, the old Shinde, the minister Shinde, and then there was Menaka Gandhi, and there was Chidambaram, and then so there were a lot of people from, and then of course there was Rajnath Singh as well. Nina says SRK is the rudest. Yes, absolutely. In a way, Ambani showed public that Bollywood is paisa fake. No, here, Suchita, you've got it wrong. See, there is a double standard that they're definitely playing. They are showing all this hangama, and to cover up all this hangama, they show you the other side, as in that I'm building 12 temples, I'm making Jamnagar the best because my father came from that land, I'm developing it, all that. But in the middle of this, everybody who is there is a suspect, right from Rihanna, Bill Gates, the list from Epstein Island is already coming, everybody is being revealed. Okay, Mark Zuckerberg was also under a terrible legal this thing involving some children. Okay, so lots of problems are, a lot of the people who were there, are questionable. So we cannot say that they are, doing some sort of punya. Punya is for only their family, nothing else. Was Pappu invited? No, Pappu is not invited.
I mean, that will be hilarious, Sudhir, if Rahul Gandhi attended the Ambani function after each and every second sentence of his is Ambani and Adani, right? In any of his Bharat Jodo Yatras.
Yeah. Soumya says, very well says that party lines get blurred when, yes, money shows up. So, also, Soumya, please remember that, if you want to go to an Ambani wedding, you also have to show your diamonds, right? You can't go with fake crystals and all that, the kind of jewelry you get in the footpath. You have to wear diamonds, you have to wear watches. For example, the watch that everybody was looking at in Anand's hand, he was wearing on his wrist was a Richard Mille.
He was wearing
Richard,
a Richard Mille
yes,
brand,
watch. And
which is
everybody, including the
yeah,
foreigners, was saying, oh, 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 so what? He's got the money
that
and he can buy it.
that particular watch cost 43 crores
Yes,
rupees,
43 crores. Yes.
Indian rupees. Yes.
So they were all looking at that and cooing and hawing. So what you say, party lines really get blurred when money shows up, is the right statement. Suddenly, Anant Ambani became Vishali, you'd really take the cake. Lovely, lovely comment. I've noticed that there's a difference between the three sisters and Priyanka Singh, especially SSR and PS. Yes, me too, Manya. I've also noticed that. Rahul criticizes Ambani Adani because they've stopped. Yes, because see, you remember when BJP was not in power, Vidya, you say it very well. Rahul Gandhi and Sonia used to travel in their private jets, Ambani private jets. So it's just a matter of who comes to power, they support them. That's all. Nothing very, different. Now, Dhanashri says Aradhya gives poses to paparazzi in a different manner, just like adults. She's just a minor. Yes, sharing long time, not seen
Hi,
you. Very
welcome,
happy,
Shin.
happy to see you. Mark's wife was so damned impressed. Yes, I was shocked.
Interest.
I mean, how come? You know, either this man is a beggar, and he does can't
Or
afford to
he
buy
does
all
not
that.
spend much,
Yeah,
I
spend
guess.
money. Exactly. He must be a stingy guy. You know, what's the reason behind this difference between these? Yes, Manya, there is a lot of difference, and we've noted that. So Usha is saying throw money at Bollywood actors and they'll rush like a mad dog running past to catch the amount. These actors are shameless people, and the Ambanis enjoy throwing money scrubs at these people. This is exactly, Usha, what happened. When if you see the videos where they arrived to go for the event in the buses, they were like mice, running. Who's going to race the other? Here they forgot their hierarchy. They forgot their status. Bache, ayas, everything. In fact, something I found rather, I was feeling ashamed was that when Rajnikant and wife came with the daughter, they brought an ayah to help Mrs. Rajnikant. And what these people behind were doing was pushing the ayah away, from the photographers. And I found that so degrading. If you don't want that lady to be in the scene, tell her before. Don't insult her in front of the cameras. So that was rather pathetic. Stylish boy. Ma'am, Priyanka ji is like Sushant nice forthright, but Shweta, others are attention seekers. What? Yes, limelight. I was cage of yes. All I could see was a vulgar display of wealth and pomp in another big fat wedding. Yes, absolutely, Soumya. Did you see the news, ma'am? They caught drugs in Tamil Nadu. Yes, we did talk about it in the last a couple of videos. Yes, totally. It's connected to the film world. I wonder what's pipeline for the main wedding. Rihanna has so much luggage with her as if she's come for several days, or is it years? Neha. Even I saw a governess of Rajnikant was moved out of the picture, but nannies of Taimur, and yes, absolutely. Nina says, ostentatious exhibition of obscene material wealth. Absolutely. Anil Ambani. In fact, Anil Ambani had to catch the bus. He had to go with his wife and children in the bus. So this is also from, I'm sure, from the mistress of the house. उनको उनका औकात दिखा दीजिए. Now, how are these people? See, you think that see Shah Rukh Khan and Salman Khan and all wives and all their entourage and their ayahs and all are enjoying themselves. No, they are sitting behind stage, waiting for their performance time. So it's like they are just performers. They're not sitting in those lavish cushions and beautiful sofas that were given there. They were just put there to perform like little monkeys. That's all. Maybe the budget for a main wedding will cross 2K crores. What about Samir Wankade? Is he free of the charges now?
No,
No, there's another
not yet.
charge. Yeah,
It's still
coming
going
up.
on.
Yeah, it's still going on. Maybe the budget for, yes, absolutely. Winnie says these Nina's necklace costs 400 crores. Yes. Violet says these Bollywood actors cling to South Indian films for their success, but then how do they disrespect them for their benefit? Yes. Ambani can convince Mark and Gates to dance in the main wedding if he can think of it. Twinkle Khanna is not even mentioned, and neither Anil and their son. So sad. In fact, Jitendra was there in all his glory, but his daughter Ekta was not there, not Tushar. I just wish SSR would come back anyhow. No one seems his own, not even his sisters. Yes, well said. In fact, I'm really happy that all of you are expressing your thoughts so well, passing your comments, which are all so important for everybody to hear, because this is your voice. Each of your voice is very important for us. When you write something, I know this is an intelligent person speaking, commenting on what is happening in India. I'm mixing up. Acha, Feku elephant didn't come. If not, he would have sent to Pantar. Thunder Thighs did come there, though, without Malai. Many Bollywoodians were not invited. उनको सबका अपना औकात दिखा दिया madam ने. So, on that note, we end this session. Thank you, friends. Good night. See you tomorrow. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.